So I have these gloves, right? And they're a decent pair of gloves. You know, they're good at keeping my hands warm, which is what I need them for during this winter period. They're waterproof, so they're good when it comes to snow. And they're just generally, a decent pair of gloves. And not only are they a decent pair of gloves, but I also got them for free because my dad gave them to me. So, just generally, these are an awesome pair of gloves. But as well as having an awesome pair of gloves, I have this friend called Lex, who basically likes to pick holes in everything that I do and everything that I am. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's lovely, but that's just a sense of humour. Being the kind of girl that she is, when she saw that I owned these gloves, she made fun of them in quite a big way, because even though they are quite a good pair of gloves, they do look a little bit silly. But obviously that's not important to me, right? Because the important thing is having warm hands during winter. That's the important thing. So obviously I bought myself a new pair of gloves. Now I ended up going for a pair of gloves that I've wanted to own for about 8 years, ever since I watched Pokemon on the TV and I saw Ash Ketchum with his little fingerless gloves, right, throwing about his little Pokeballs. I have wanted a pair of fingerless gloves because I thought that they were the bee's knees. That they were the top dog as far as you could go in the glove world. So let me just tell you, right, these gloves are, without a doubt, the worst pair of gloves that I have ever bought in my entire life. And yes, I've only ever bought one pair of gloves, but these gloves are terrible. What is the point of owning a pair of gloves that don't keep your hands warm? What is the friggin' point? I don't understand, right? Why they didn't put a little label next to these gloves saying, just by the way, these gloves will not do anything to help keep your hands warm at all, which is probably the reason that you want gloves, but they don't actually help. And I don't understand why nobody told me this beforehand, right? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen my friends wearing fingerless gloves, like, around and about, right? I don't understand. Oh. It just makes me sad, right, that I now own a piece of clothing that will do nothing for me except look good, which is not why I like clothes. I like clothes because they keep me warm, because they cover up my naked body, not because they look good. I hate any kind of accessories, all that kind of stuff. I'm not into any kind of fashion or any of this stuff. I just like clothes for clothes. And the thing that makes me the saddest about this whole thing, right, is the fact that I will wear these gloves, and I'll be out with my friends, and they'll see my hands and they'll see how red my fingertips are, and they'll say, Charlie, are your hands cold? And I'll say, yes, they are. And then they'll say, well, why are you wearing those gloves then? And I will say, I don't know. I don't know.